It's Week 9 of the 2031 season. And coming up next is the Commanders' Offensive Player of the Year. He's the NFL's ultimate red zone back and your leader in rushing touchdowns. It's the Commanders and the Bears. And
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they're halfway home, looking good at a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a glance here at the veteran who will be leading them now in his 8th year in the NFL.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
Throwing right away is Williams. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patterson. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. You talk about this Washington defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed, because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. He finds his man, complete. It's Porter. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Commanders' 29-yard line.
To throw, Williams. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Williams going to look to throw again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
To the air, Williams. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. From the gun, here's Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
To throw once more, here's Williams. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. It'll be a gain of 6, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Williams. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears are on the board first here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the rookie from Florida State.
And what a first half of this. He's had leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. It's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
Got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Morrison. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
That's how you pick up a first down. You know where the sticks are. You know where the first down marker is, and you find a way to get there. That's called having vision.
He had a lot of vision last week, didn't he? NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was dominant. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 33. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On 1st down, it's Morrison. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. There was no answer for him defensively. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns to boot.
And that was a fun film to watch because a few of those runs, it was apparent he was just not going to be denied. And his team is hoping that carries over to this week as well.
Looking for Murphy, and he finds him complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Beach throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bears offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. We take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns out of the backfield. And his numbers are superior to the rest of his peers at this point in the season. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Williams. He finds his man, complete. It's Porter.
I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They'll run with Patterson.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here's Williams.
And it's incomplete.
You talk about this Washington defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
That was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys. And then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Handoff, running left, Patterson.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Throwing is Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw is Williams. That's complete. Roma Dunze.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Williams.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing again here, Williams. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Day. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he will find his man on the outside. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. The Bears on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Working out of the gun, Williams. That is caught.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Looking to throw. Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Rome Odunze
From 3 yards out, and the Bears have taken the lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Point after try forthcoming. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And as we transition into the second half of the season, he continues to put up big numbers on a consistent basis. Currently the NFL's leader in passing as we play here in the month of November.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%. And I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Now the first carry here for their running back. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Morrison. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Morrison. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Beach. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23. Looking to throw. Beach. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Operating from the gun. Beach.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. And now, before we get to the extra point, remember, all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 14. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw. Williams. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Looking to throw. Williams got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Williams.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw again.
Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. He'll find Jones again, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Running left, here's Patterson.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2nd and 14.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game with great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they take a 17-14 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington.
And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know
It's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Beach. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
It's Javon Dexter who got in to drop him.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello in a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Operating from the gun. Beach. He finds his man. Complete. It's Murphy. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th.
Bates' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bears offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Now the Washington offense heading out, and they will begin in field goal range already as they search for a potential score.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts
as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Bates' kick is good.
And with that, they take the lead here 20-17.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll start with an NFC East battle and a classic one, New York and Philadelphia. And it's the Giants who are out in front in the second quarter. The Giants locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. J.J. McCarthy with a couple of touchdown passes there. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. The Saints trying to hold on and claim victory.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Commanders' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. He's got a rushing touchdown in the game already as you check to see where he is ranked in rushing TDs coming into the weekend. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Beach. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to make it fourth down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Bears take over.
The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching. Williams loses the football.
Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
To throw from his end zone, Williams.
He'll get this into the hands of Adunze.
And he'll be able to get this up to about the 5-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be fourth down. Here comes the Bears punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick.
And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. So here is Washington now to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. They'll run on 1st down. It's Morrison.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
So no gain on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down.
Beach, short throw caught by Pitts.
And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
To throw, Williams. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Looking to throw. Beach.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Commanders' 1st down.
Back to throw. Beach. He finds his man. Complete. That's Murphy. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Up the middle they go.
It's Morrison. And this is going to be a Commander's 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Here's 2nd and 8.
short throw caught by Pitts. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 41-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. Morrison looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. In motion, the tight end. On 3rd down, it's Morrison. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Morrison. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time.
Touchdown, Washington. Kyle Pitts, a 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. To the air, Williams. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. So the completion good for 6 yards. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Williams steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
And he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Bears are right back in this football game.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
He finds his man, complete. That's Porter. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Up the middle they go. Day. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around.
Second and 11. A pass complete to Odunze.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, a run with Patterson.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now a give right side. It's Day. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Williams able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cole Kmet, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
101 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Beach. He finds his man, complete. That's Mills.
It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's 1st down.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
Ball start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Operating from the gun, Beach.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman.
Without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes or their athletic ability.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Beach.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
And this will be a Bears first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Looking to throw. Williams. And he'll complete this one to Patterson.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
At the Commanders' 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw.
Throw right side taken in by Adunze.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Looking in zone for Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A really nice knockdown. He has so much pressure in these situations on defensive backs. What are they taught?
Play the ball, not the man, because if you have a pass interference penalty in this spot, boy, oh boy, you put your team in a bad place. It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
They'll run again.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line.
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Able to find Patterson.
Fighting through it. He's got space. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
He's back to throw.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Certainly would have liked to get some yardage out of that play, but now you got to put this in the hands of your field goal kicker. See if he can get you to overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And his kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The conditions only going to get worse as we get back to football here to start this overtime. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, here's Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a first down.
And the Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To throw, it's Williams.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
We'll play only the 1 overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. Here's Williams.
Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Off the bootleg, it's Williams.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I can't help it because I'm just sitting back in admiration right now of what I'm seeing. This is a defense that essentially announces to everyone that they're going to play, you are not running the ball against us. I don't care how you try to go about doing it.
#1 rush defense in the league for a reason. And after that last play,
The Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
he could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Here comes the Bears punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Here's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Beach. That is caught. And he's going to have a Commanders first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied. Right back to him on first down. Down to about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're just trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Gonna throw right side here, complete.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 33. This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
Yeah, starting to put together a nice drive. Oh, and now some space to operate.
Holding offense.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on second down. Operating from the gun, Beach. The 20. 5. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line.
Just straight money right there. The biggest drive of the game, a chance to win it in overtime. If they've been saving that play, they sure pulled it out at the right time. A huge turn of events there.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew.